hats off to you, CF Montreal. You have won the 2021 Canadian Championship, and thus I dub you the Kings of the North. My neighbor was working right at his desk with his window open while I filmed that bit. I think he probably thinks I'm insane now. But anyways, after a hard-fought Canadian Championship, CF Montreal have won the 2021 Canadian Championship, clinching a berth in the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League. Now, of course, being a TFC fan, I'm going to talk about all the TFC aspects of this, but first I want to do just a little breakdown for the Montreal fans. CF Montreal fans, Montreal Impact fans. This has been a crazy week for you. From earlier in the week, having it revealed that owner Joey Saputo was threatening, supposedly, to move the team to the States if you guys didn't show up to games and kept fighting the name change and the rebrand, which I stand with the Impact on that one. Rebrands suck. Also, sadly failing to qualify on decision day for the MLS Cup playoffs, and now you close out the season as the Canadian champions. That's a bit of a roller coaster, but you get to end the year on a high note, and that is great. In terms of the Canadian Championship in the season, out of these two teams, I think Montreal deserved to win the Canadian Championship this season. They had the far better MLS season and far better season overall than TFC. The best Canadian team overall in MLS this year ended up being the Whitecaps, but they weren't doing so hot when the Canadian Championship started and fell out early in that. So overall, in terms of consistency the whole year, this was CF Montreal's tournament that they deserved to win. And this game in particular, they were far and away the better team. Deserved the win, probably deserved it a lot more than 1-0. Quentin Westberg did a lot to keep Toronto FC in this match. Quito, he was the guy who had to score the goal. He was the most dangerous player from either side all game. He could have had a hat trick or more in this match. He got a great chip, well-deserved, great goal. CF Montreal wins the Canadian Championship, well deserved, will represent Canada in the 2022 CONCACAF Champions League alongside Forge FC from the CPL. Best of luck to you guys in that tournament. Always fun to watch the Canadian team in the Champions League regardless of which city they're in. And also Sebastian Breza, the keeper, second choice keeper all season for Montreal, winning the George Gross Trophy for Tournament MVP in the Canadian Championship. Just the second goalkeeper ever to win the MVP award, second after Matt Jordan in 2008, who also was a Montreal keeper. Great showing from him, probably won that award due to the Forge penalty shootout, going through all 11 rounds to the keepers. He made crucial stops in that shootout, scored the crucial goal to get them into the finals. Breza, congratulations. Well done to end your loan period at CF Montreal, winning the MVP award for the Canadian Championship. Now, this was the last game of this miserable Toronto FC season. And it was a miserable game to top it all off. Josie Altidore out with an illness that's not COVID, apparently. This is the second time this season he's missed crucial games with an illness that isn't COVID, and the first time happened in March, so all of that is a little sketchy. In addition, 14 minutes in, Alejandro Pozuelo gets hurt into the game. Picture perfect ending for Toronto FC's season given the way this season has gone, with Pozuelo getting hurt 14 minutes into the Canadian Championship final after him not really doing anything all season. The team sucked this game. Overall, they all just sucked. Quentin Westberg had a bit of return to his 2019 form in this match, and that was the only real bright spot for TFC this whole match. Julian Dunn had some okay plays. He finally got some minutes. That was good. Jacob Schaffelberg, big shout out. He won the Best Young Canadian Player Award, just the second player to win that award. The first, of course, was in 2019 when they created that award and Zachary Brokiard won it. Schaffelberg, well deserved. Really probably helped that Schaffelberg's first two games in this tournament were right in the minute of his prime form when he was just killing it for TFC. but he ends up winning the Best Young Canadian Player Award. That's big for Schaffelberg this season. Congratulations to him. He was a rare bright spot for TFC this year. And as terrible as this season was for Toronto FC, it's a little sad after this game, knowing how many players, this was probably their last game for Toronto FC. Some of them I don't mind that much. If like Dom Dwyer's gone, I don't care that much. Mullins didn't even play in this game, but if he's gone, I don't care that much. Like those guys I don't really care about. But guys like Jefferson Soteldo, a lot of rumors that he's gonna be gone at the end of the season. I really like Soteldo. I know he was a controversial designated player for Toronto FC, but this might have been his last appearance, and I think him on the subs when Waterman and Schaffelberg got into it right next to the TFC subs warming up, and Soteldo just went right up and shoved Waterman, getting a yellow card before he was steps on the field. That right there perfectly encapsulates Jefferson Soteldo. I loved him as a player. I know a lot of people didn't, but I'm going to miss him if this was in fact his last game at TFC. Josie Altidore likely would have been his last game at TFC, but now he's not even here because he was hurt. I mean, it's kind of a fitting end, if that is the end of Josie Altidore at TFC, for him to miss the last game with a mystery illness. Honestly, this is a team that's going to probably blow things up in this offseason. Like, full on, top down, even the room. This might have been Ali Curtis's last game as GM. Javier Perez, everything I'm hearing indicates that they will not make him the official coach next season. So his time as the head coach has likely come to an end. Sad, he was dealt a really bad hand when it came to his first head managerial job. Hopefully he gets another chance somewhere else, because really he was far, far better than Chris Armas, but by the time he came in, the damage from the Chris Armas reign had already been done, and he had to deal with injuries that had been picked up during the hugely damaging Chris Armas period. So Perez, with a fully healthy team, probably does a lot better. He just never had a fully healthy Toronto FC squad to work with. So I feel bad for him. Hopefully he gets another shot somewhere. On the other side of the pitch, Wilfred Nancy, I thought, had a very solid season as Montreal coach with his first season as head coach of CF Montreal. I hope they stick with him. I think this team is very, very close to a playoff team in MLS. Very, very close to a competitive playoff team in MLS. They just need a couple more pieces. CF Montreal, actually, I like what's building there. I like the young guys that they have coming up through the academy. Pantemis is going to be a great goalkeeper option for the future. They have a lot of potential being built in Montreal, so it'll be interesting to see how they keep moving on going forward, and I think Wilfred Nancy is the guy to at least run with for next year, just to see what you got, because honestly, he was pretty solid this year and they almost made the playoffs, which with a team that I wasn't predicting to make the playoffs at the beginning of the year, so well done to him. Now I'm just kind of sad because this wraps up the MLS season for Canada. Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto, they're all out now. No more games for them until Montreal starts playing in the Champions League next February. And the CPL is wrapping up next week, so we only have a few more weeks of Canadian football left. And then that's it until the January window. At the end of January, we're going to get almost 2 whole months with no Canadian footy. That's honestly sad to me. But the 2021 Canadian Championship has been a hell of a ride. Hopefully next season we can get back to the 2-legged home and away draws in every single one, because this is a tournament that really deserves it. This is a tournament that thrives off of the fact that the smaller teams can get bigger MLS teams coming and playing in their home arenas. It's a tournament that's special because you can have a CPL team playing a League One Ontario team in like the York Soccer Dome, or you can have an MLS team going off to Victoria to play on the island, or going to Halifax to play at Wanderers Ground. And at the same time, it's magical because you get those small teams who don't have an opportunity to play usually at a stadium like BC Place, like BMO Field, who can go and play in those stadiums. So both sides of the coin are magical, and hopefully the 2-leg draws come back so that we can experience both sides of the coin next season. So that is for this video. If you liked it, hit like. If you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Link is down below in the description. And congratulations once again to CF Montreal for winning the 2021 Canadian Championship. Good luck in the Champions League next year. Make us proud.